What's going on, guys? It's your boy CMB. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, and let's get into this one really quickly. Now, guys, I have somewhat of an update on the situation with Gervonta Tank Davis. You guys know yesterday he was taken into custody for violating his in-home house arrest. We didn't know what the details of the situation was, why he was thrown into jail. We just know that, he was taken into custody, but now we have a little bit more of clarification on why this happened and what happened and why it was so abruptly. So let me read this article, catch you guys up to speed on what's going on with this. I would say for Gervonta Tank Davis, a very, very unfortunate situation. So it says Gervonta Davis has been spending his 90-day home detention sentence at a Four Seasons hotel in his newly purchased $3.4 million penthouse apartment in Baltimore instead of at the one-bedroom house of his trainer Calvin Ford, which is what the Baltimore Circuit Judge Althea M. Handy wanted. With Gervonta not following the judge's wish for his 90-day house arrest, he has now been taken into custody and will spend the remaining time in jail. There's no words on how the judge discovered that Gervonta Davis hadn't stayed at his trainer Calvin Ford's home. Moreover, did the 28-year-old Baltimore, Maryland native Davis not understand that he was expected to remain at Ford's home for the entire 90-day period? This information should have been spelled out to Tank by the judge at the sentencing last month. So there you have it, guys. This is why he was taken into custody immediately. Now, I gotta say this. He's under house arrest, but he's spending time at the Four Seasons Hotel in a newly purchased $3.4 million penthouse. Looking at this from the victim standpoint, this isn't much of a punishment. And I can understand now why the judge would probably put him in jail once she found this out. Not saying that, I'm wishing bad things on Gervonta Tank Davis, but I don't know if there was a disconnect there between him, his lawyers, and the judge. Somebody should have spelled this out to him. Perhaps even, trainer Calvin Ford, you can't do this. This is not the type of look you want to put out there. You're under punishment, but you're living in a mansion and you're enjoying the best things out of life. Victims don't want to see that, especially, when they suffer in that accident. They want to see you punished. And I think it was just a poor judgment, I would say, on Gervonta Tank Davis's part. He does have people around him. I think, they should have pretty much sat him down and talked to him and said, this can't happen. You need to stay here with Calvin Ford. I know it's hard to stay in a one-bedroom apartment with Calvin Ford, but it's punishment. So, you did the crime, you're going to have to do the time. And it's just not a good look. I'm a huge fan of Gervonta Tank Davis, but I always say it, right is right, wrong is wrong. And when you do wrong, you're going to have to pay a price. That's just a part of life. So now he's going to sit in that jail until his 90 days are up. Now, there is an update on his well-being, or how he's actually doing. I want to pull that up here. Let me pull it up, guys. Let me see if I can get this to come up. Okay, 1 second here. I'm going to try to get this to work. Okay, here we go. So his coach, Calvin Ford, says Tank is doing well, still sitting in jail after being incarcerated this week after breaking his 90-day house arrest, now ending up doing the remainder behind bars. Ford says he thinks it's good for the 28-year-old Tank to be in jail because it'll give him a chance to sit and think. And they say here that's true, but it's a shame that he couldn't do those things outside of the jail. So that's Calvin Ford's take on this whole thing. He thinks it's a good thing for Gervonta to go to jail so he can have time to think. Honestly, I think Calvin Ford should have been the one to pull him to the side and say, hey, you know, we got to do this. As awful as it may seem, you're going to have to stay with me. You know, they see you staying at the Four Seasons. And if they find out, it's not going to be good on your behalf. And I don't know if Tank doesn't listen, or if Calvin didn't say anything, or if the lawyers didn't say anything, or the judge was, you know, not clear in what she actually wanted. There's a disconnect there. But, you know, like I said, Gervonta did the crime, so he's going to have to do the time. So we're going to see what happens with this, whether or not it affects, you know, his fights. I know a lot of people wanted to see him face off against Devin Haney, me included. So I don't know how this is going to affect the 135-pound division. I guess we'll just have to let it play out and see what happens next. But you guys tell me what you think about this situation. Now you know why Gervonta Tank Davis was thrown in jail. Do you agree with it? Do you think they're being a little, you know, tough on him? You guys let me know about that in the comment section. It's the CMB. I'll talk to you guys in the next one, and I'm out. Peace.